Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to have you watching this video. My name is Mary and I'm a practicing lawyer in Nigeria. On this YouTube channel, I share videos to educate the general public. I share videos to help the newbies, to help people to know the general principle, the basic principle of law in the country. So I've actually been making a lot of videos around dissolution of marriage so far on my YouTube channel. I have a lot of other content on my YouTube channel, but I realized that many people are actually connecting more with videos of this nature, and I'm actually basically doing this to just help the general public, to give them an idea of how this whole thing works in Nigeria. So what I'm trying to say is that I am not an advocate for divorce in Nigeria, okay, or anywhere in the world. So in today's video, I'll be discussing or explaining some terminologies, some words that are being used in the context of dissolution of marriage, so that I realize sometimes I could be mentioning certain word, I could be using certain word, and it's another thing for my audience to actually understand the context of what I'm talking about, to understand what the terminology actually means. So to start with is the word dissolution. When it comes to divorce proceeding in Nigeria, when it comes to divorce generally in Nigeria, what does dissolution means? Dissolution literally, it actually means to put an end to a thing. So we use dissolution to actually synonymous to divorce, that is dissolution of marriage. It is not complete without of marriage, you know. So because when you say dissolution, literally it means to end something. And what is that thing? So dissolution of marriage, that is how we actually say it often. But you know, having other conversation, one could just use the word divorce, but normally we say dissolution of marriage. So you can hear the word to dissolve the marriage. If you're probably a witness in court, and probably you're the petitioner or the respondent, and you're being asked what do you want in the court, and you're saying to dissolve the marriage, that actually means dissolution of the marriage. Same thing as divorce. Okay, so the second thing is the word petitioner. Petitioner is actually the one that has petitioned the court, the one that has come before the court to say, I want to put an end to this marriage. That is who a petitioner is. So if you hear me say the petitioner, there's a petitioner that know that I'm talking about that party that has actually filed a divorce proceeding in court. The other party will now be the respondent. So if Mr. Lagbaja has actually filed a suit to dissolve a marriage, the Mrs. Lagbaja will be the respondent. Okay, so petitioner, respondent. So the co-respondent, oftentimes the co-respondent is actually an alleged mistress. If the reason why parties are actually in court for dissolution of the marriage, why a party is in court for dissolution of the marriage, is actually adultery. So oftentimes, not even oftentimes, it is highly required that the alleged partner is actually a party. The person will not be a co-respondent. Okay, so that is the definition of a co-respondent in the context of dissolution of marriage. Okay, so another thing is when we talk about decree nisi. Decree nisi is actually an interim order that will be made by the court if the court is satisfied that the parties have actually reached an irreconcilable part of their marriage, that the courts would not have any other option than to dissolve the marriage. So the first decree that the court will make is a decree nisi, that is an interim order that somehow this marriage is coming to an end. So if within that decree nisi will be there for about, some people do say 90 days, some people say 3 months, but somehow it's actually the calculation is actually similar. Okay, so during that period of time, during that period of 3 months, the marriage will be in interim. This marriage is about to be dissolved. That is what it just means, decree nisi. So that is the first order the courts would make before it will now become absolute at the expiration of that 3 months. In some jurisdiction, they could say that after the expiration of that 3 months, the parties or the petitioner, they need to actually approach the courts for another certificate for that the marriage has now become absolute. And some people are of the opinion that at the end of that 3 months, it's deemed absolute. You know, but for me, I think it would be best for you to actually approach the court to get your certificate of decree absolute. Okay, so that is I've talked about dissolution, we've talked about petitioner, where respondent is, where co-respondent, and we'll be able to talk about decree nisi. So another term that we'll also love to mention, to explain briefly, is about contested divorce proceeding. I think I have a video already on my channel about contested and uncontested divorce proceedings. So when you hear the word this divorce action is actually contested, it means that the other parties are actually not in terms with either one or every part of the
the divorce action, what has been filed. Okay, so it is possible for many divorce action in courts. You could see that dissolution is one prayer, another prayer could be custody and maintenance of children, another prayer could be settlement of properties. So if any part of what the petitioner has filed in court, the respondent is not satisfied, so we could say that action is actually a contested one. That is, I am protesting against it, the party is contesting against it. Okay, so another time is uncontested, just the opposite of contested. It means the other party is in time, the other party is cool with it, so it is not contested in whatsoever form. And I do mention that I've always been saying it's actually the law. Let me put it that way. It is the law that even an uncontested divorce action, parties, particularly the petitioner, still needs to give evidence. The fact that it's not contested does not mean they just fell out of love and the court should just take it that way and just dissolve the marriage. No, the petitioner, importantly the one who has come before the court, must prove his case of why he doesn't want that marriage again. So another one is decree absolute. I kind of mentioned about it, talked about it in when I was explaining decree nisi. So it's actually the final order of the court that the marriage has been fully dissolved. Okay, so those are just the few terminologies or the few words I think I should just explain to you people to actually understand some of this thing, so that you'll be able to get the full knowledge of some of my videos. I hope this information educates you. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not hesitate to drop a comment in the comment section, and I will also have my email address in the description box if you want to send me any mail at all. Okay, thank you so much, and I will see you in another video.